Yeah, man. Good night to you all. Welcome back to Poetry and Police. All my subscribers, big up on yourself. All members of the Jamaica Constabulary Force. As usual, big up on yourself. Enough healings, enough blessings. Keep safe. Tonight, I want to talk about the 40-hour work week. The 40-hour work week that was implemented from way back into 2008, where the document was signed off between the Police Federation and the government to implement a 40-hour work week for rank and file members of the Jamaica Constabulary Force. Before I go any further, firstly, let us define what is the 40-hour week, or let us get a better understanding of what is a 40-hour week. As it relates to the document that was signed, the 40-hour week rule stated that all members of the Jamaica Constabulary Force should only work 40 hours per week, and then an additional 10 hours. So 40 hours per week and a additional 10 hours. So therefore, you would work, say, 160 hours per month if 4 weeks is in a month, and then 40 extra hours for the whole entire month, making it a total of, say, 200 hours for the whole entire month. Now, apart from signing the rule, apart from signing the agreement, this was also supposed to be a binding part of the agreement, that it was rested on the shoulders of senior officers of the Jamaica Constabulary Force, or we can say supervisors, sergeant, DTSOs, people like that, who sets the duty detail. It was their responsibility as a result of that 40-hour week deal to ensure that no member works more than the amount of hours was allotted, meaning no more than 200 hours per month. Okay. But this is what happened. People were still being detailed to work more than the allotted hours. 20 hours, 30 hours, 40 hours over. And then police were dropped into a situation where they were working for free. Because after that 200 hours per month, anything else that you work, you will not be paid. You was not paid for, or you will not be paid for those extra hours. I hope you understand that. So if your 200 hours is finished for the whole entire month, that means you have to stay at your yard, because your quota is 200 hours for the month. Anything you work over 200 hours, you will not be paid for. I repeat this, police. You will not be paid for nothing over that 200 hours per month. The next thing that seemed to be bothering me, if the government is going to talk about hours, once you're talking about hours, you should be talking about hourly rate. And from my understanding, that was not a part of the agreement, that police were supposed to be paid a set amount of money per hour, or even after the 40-hour week, then the rest of the time would be overtime. It was not like that. That was never a part of the agreement, from my understanding. This is what happened. For the 160 hours that you work, which is 40 hours per week, if you look at your pay stubs, you get a basic salary. So your basic salary is the basic salary is really your pay for the 40 hours that you work per week. Then you have a part on your salary mark, additional hours, added hours, which you get one money for that added hour. If you work 100 added hours, you are getting that same amount of money. I hope you all understand this. If you work 1,000 hours apart from that 200 hours, you will still be paid the same money for added hours, because They are not responsible for you once you have passed that 40 extra hour for the whole entire month. No. Since the negotiation and since the agreement was signed in 2008, up until now, police have not gotten a cent from that money. The government still owes members of the Jamaica Constabulary Force that money. For so long. Can you count? 2008, count with me, 2009, 10, 11, 12, etc. Right up to 2021. How many years is that? And police are still not paid for that money up until now. The government still owes the police from year by year and year. Negotiation has been catching up on negotiation, and the government is still not paying the retroactive payment that is owed to police, that is owed to us for the hard work that we have been doing. For my understanding, the Federation is now at war with them. I would say at war. Because if there cannot be any understanding as to when the police will get paid from 2008 until now, then it's war. I am made to understand that the Federation is now taking the government to court. Can you win the government in court? That's another question that I can't answer that. Can we win the government in court? So I leave that to the Federation. Now, those deals that the Federation had signed, most police officers do not even know what the deal look like or what the deal entails up until now. So the Federation needs to get more transparent as it relates to the transactions and whatever is being signed on behalf of police officers, because they work for us. They are negotiating on behalf of us. So therefore, every move that the Federation makes should be very transparent. Every deal that the Federation signs, I believe that it should go through all the members of the Jamaica Constabulary before the deal is signed. We need to agree. We need to agree to the deal before it is signed, because the Federation is signing on our behalf. So every representative at every station level need to talk to all the members of every station. And when they have come to an agreement and everybody has voted on a deal, that is the deal that the Federation is supposed to sign. Not nothing that we don't know about or we do not agree with. And here it is again. The Federation owes police money. Every time that a member, that the leader of the Federation steps up and starts a negotiation and puts his or her feet down, they are removed, they are promoted, and they are transferred. And that is the end of the deal. So we have been sold out from time and time and time again for promotion, because everybody is looking out for themselves. So, as a result of that, do we have any faith in the Police Federation? I do not in my day, and still don't. I don't know how many of you still have faith in the Police Federation that they can gather a good deal, a good salary package for police officers and good benefits for police officers. Up until now, there is none. So, now, what are we going to do? Open our eyes and look what is going to happen this time around? What is the government going to do? Is the government going to pay us? Are they going to sign a better deal than they had signed before? You members, you need to get involved and know what is happening, so you can be abreast of everything that's going. It's your money. The government owes police from 2008. See how much time I'm repeating that? They owe us from 2008 and still not paying us. And we don't even know when, because the Federation is taking them to court now. But listen to this. They were sued in the Tivoli Gardens incident. But yet, they found money to pay the residents of Tivoli Gardens before they pay police officers. So, who are police officers? We have no value. The government from time to time, from every party to the other party, every party, they have dealt police the same deal. They put us on the back burner, and and we were the last to ever be taken care of. No good salary, no good benefits, no good packages, nothing. The police is always the last and the worst to be dealt with. You know why? Because police officers, we do not stick together. That is why the government can do that to us. And the new Prime Minister, I would have thought that he's a young man and he would have been a better person to deal with, and he would have understood that taking care of the police in a nation is very important. But yet, when it comes to the Ministry of National Security, our budget is always in deficit. There is not enough money. Never enough money to take care of police. I can remember when I was in training school. I graduated in steel jaws, not even uniform. It was a disgrace. Not even uniform we had. We had to wear our plain clothes right through training. And steel jaws, you know, that big thing looked like a skirt. That's what we wore. And some cheap sneakers that hurt your feet. Because they do not invest in the police. Because, as one government official said one time, the police doesn't offer any financial assistance to the country. Which is a big, broad lie. Because we take people to court every day for traffic offenses. Ganja, knife. You know how much money the court makes off the police? For charges, arrest and charges, a whole lot of money. A whole lot of money if you check the level to the thing. So police, apart from offering security to the country, we are also creating money towards the revenue with traffic tickets and arrests that I've mentioned before. So why must the government always deal with us like this? And why must the Federation always settle for some stupid deals? So no, I hope that the Police Federation, and I hope that you members stay close to the Police Federation with this deal and with this money that the government owes us, because we need to get this money by this Christmas. Because Tivoli Gardens has been paid, so the police must be paid. I know the government they are happy. They are happy now that that incident happened in Montego Bay with that cult pastor, as what they have called him. So that they can divert the attention of the police and divert the attention of the country from the money that they owe the police. So I hope you police officers stay the course and do not pay attention, because listen, there's not one Kevin Smith in Jamaica. There's a whole lot of Kevin Smith in Jamaica. Just one is caught. But there are more Kevin Smiths in Jamaica, and even way worse than this one. The government is worse than Kevin Smith. Our leaders are worse than Kevin Smith. Because everybody just scraping the Jamaican people, both in church and everywhere else. So I am warning you, Police Federation, and I'm advising the members of the Jamaican Constabulary Force that you need to be abreast of this deal, and you need to be abreast of the situation as it relates to the money that the government owes you. Because we need to be paid. You need to be paid. You have children. You have families to take care of. We need our money. And we will not back down this time. This time around, we will not back down. Members, please come together and ensure that your money is paid. Look at your salary, see how much money you are getting per hour. If there's not an hour, calculate the money that you get per hour and see how much. You're not being paid for overtime. And certainly, you are working more than 40 hours per week, more than 50 hours per week, and you're not being paid for over 60. So I would advise every police officer before I leave this medium tonight, if you calculate your hours, if your hours reach 200 already, and you're in court, walk out, your time done. Because you're not getting paid for $1. You're not getting paid another cent for 1 more minute. So walk out of court. If the judge asks you why you're walking, Your Honor, my 200 hours has expired for the month. May I be excused to leave? If you're at work and the 200 hour come, put down your things and walk off the job. Because you're not being paid for no more than 200 hours. I hope you understand that, police. Write down the hours, check your hours, and make sure once the 200 hours come, go home, stay home with your family. Because anything else that you do Any other work that you put in is slavery, unpaid labor. Plain and straight, unpaid labor. No more work after your 200 hours finish, because you're not being paid for any more. And with that, I leave you with this, So, check on the hours. Check with the Federation. Ensure that the money that the government owes you from 2008 is paid, finally paid. And the right amount is paid, because they are very tricky. You must hold Federation responsible for any dirty deal. And you must hold Federation responsible for any deal that does not go for the police at this point. And if so be the case, then we need to find a different body to represent us than the Police Federation. But the Police Federation has not been doing a good job over the years as it relates to salary packages for the police. Plain and straight. And that's how it is. So, again, thank you for listening. I hope this helps some police. I hope it opens some eyes for some police. I hope we all start look out with 4 eyes, not 2, 4, to ensure and see what is going on with the Federation and the government. Make sure that the deal that is being signed is the one that you approve of. So until next time, from Poetry and Police, signing off.